Thank you very much. Can I request that we remain standing and we have to observe prayers? Can I request the Chief Administrative Officer of Moyo, who is also a canon, to come and lead us in a word of prayer? Thank you very much.
Embassy, the Royal Danish Embassy here. So we're very grateful. This program is going to focus on empowering young people who are adolescents and youth between the ages of 10 to 19, of 10 to 24 years to access information about sexual and reproductive development rights and also to access the services. We are concerned about the high teenage pregnancy. We are concerned about sexual gender-based violence. We are concerned about child marriage. We are concerned about decision-making power among young people. So this program that was co-created by young people is going to address these concerns and empower them to be responsible citizens.
The Danish ambassador to Uganda, and I'm also here in Adjumani to launch our program together with UNFPA and other partners to support young people in meeting their sexual and reproductive health and rights needs. Yesterday we went to Alera settlement to see some of the results of our previous engagement here in Adjumani, and we met the beneficiaries of these programs. And I must say it was a really great experience for us to be there. We met some very strong, very engaged young people. And I have a lot of confidence that since we are here with those young people, with the great partners that we have and the commitment from the Adjumani district local government, that in the next 5 years with the support from the Danish government we can achieve some of the results and see the benefits.
And thank you, our Prime Minister from the region, the Prime Minister for the Udodi, and all the members who have come, different categories. I really appreciate and thank you very much for being here, for being very important dialogue or discussion, which is of importance to our society. First of all, we as Africans have very strong traditional systems in place. Traditional and system of governance, we have them in place, which actually looked after the society. There was a total harmony in our society. Different tribes, the Churis had their systems and values. The Mali also had their system and values, which was perhaps more strict than ours. And the other ethnic groupings also had their system, how they were looking after their society and looking after all layers of their society, from childhood, children, and up to whatever level of growth, adults, and so on. But what happened to these traditional systems, the value systems we used to have? And those value systems, some of us grew through those value systems. For me, who is at 70 and above, that's a system I know. I grew up with it. I know what is wrong. I know the taboos. I know the rights of children. I know where I belong in my character, in my role. The systems were there. But unfortunately, there's been a lot of externalities, a lot of influence which engulf our society, particularly influence of the change in education system. The modern education system was different from our traditional system. And so this also affected, um, we have our population in over a period of time failed to harmonize the two, the traditional method of learning and the systems to the modern system that we are now living in. And then this has been compounded by the social disharmony. And the social disharmony here, political upheavals that happen in all African countries. We've been having the ups and downs, and that disharmony made our society not settle and created a gap in our system, education system. Because in our system, in the earlier systems, which some of us grew in, were our fathers were balancing the two systems. The traditional system was mandatory, but also you go to school, you learn the modern systems. You learn how to write and read, you learn mathematics, you learn physics, you learn history, you learn all kinds of things you learn. And those are supposed to be additional on your human values, additional knowledge and information. But now, to harmonize the two, needed a stable society. But now that stable society did not happen, it did not become sustainable. That because of greed, human greed, political uh, disharmony, and violence. And therefore, most of the children who grew up during this period of turbulence in our society, they lost out on our tradition. They could not now learn how to behave, how to respect, and so on. While still, particularly in northern Uganda here, but in our area, where most of our population were now interned in the IDP camps. In the IDP camp, you only have one room, the parents are sleeping in this corner, children are there, and during the day where the children go, you don't even know, you can't command them, you can't regulate their movement and behavior. There was no, people were not working, you were getting handouts food from one food program and others in the camp. So as they grew up in those camps for 20 years, a child who was born there, or even who went to the camp when they were 5 or 10 years old, they now became adults and big people without any sense of direction. Most of them have lost out on the tradition. They've adapted other methods of life, like taking alcohol, taking a lot of drugs, and so on. And in that confusion, because there was no social order, girls produced children who are without fathers, or these wedlock children who are coming. And most of those now, really, there was no order now in society. That has been compounded by poverty. Now, when we have gone back to our villages again, the poverty level distorted the entire system of life, our traditional system were disorganized and distorted. In fact, generating, for example, in urbanized area, generating street children. That those street children, what kind of education do you think they can have? What systems are they having? What value system do they have? Those are now the real challenge that our society has gone through and we are facing. Um, so, therefore, what is the challenge? What is now before us as leaders and parents, and particularly traditional leaders? How can you restore order in your society? Because they have a major role, like our chief of Mali here. You have your um, clan heads in every corner in your society. You have a system, a council of elders who sit together, where you could agree on the certain norms that must exist in every home, and how children can be made to go through education, but not forgetting the values, social, our own social values. Because now, when these children without direction, without parents who are looking after them, and without following the tradition, those values, when they go to school, they only learn mechanically, they don't have any other social values attached to it. So it requires that our traditional leaders play a major role in restoring back together with elected leaders, because you cannot be elected and you claim to disown your tradition. Actually, you should be central in the traditional, maintaining the traditional values. You might be central. Um, this will enable us to restore some positive values, most of the positive values in our tradition. Fortunately, in Mali and Nigeria, we don't have genital mutilation and so on as a practice. We don't mutilate that one. So that one, so we cannot say those cultures are there in our society. We only have positive society, positive cultures. There are some elements which are not positive, which can be discarded because of the modernity, how the time is changing. But all the same, we lost our traditional culture, we lost our values, and therefore people are growing without any direction, any value system. And that's why we are facing this problem. Because the children, how they are protected from young age after adolescence, it is there in our tradition. This system of child molestation was never there in our society. Or if it happened, then you are categorized as a witch or somebody who is not fit to be in society. But today, all kind of things are happening. And because we have lost direction, all this problem has been brought about because we have a lot of social disorder in our society. Social disorder arising from, as I mentioned earlier, political greed and therefore dishonesty, arising from violence, where the whole range population are displaced and people are all over the place. You don't even know, where you sleep next or eat next, and so on and so on. All those systems, all those challenges, creating the existing turbulence in our society, which has made our children very vulnerable, made our children now unprotected. And all these problems are coming now because of the destruction of our society. But however, as the traditional leaders will be trying to restore back our system, hopefully, because I know in Nigeria we formed a team there. We started it from Congo, that's in start somewhere at school, where our chief justice is heading that team, because he, as a lawyer, he has seen the challenges facing the order in our country. He has seen it together with Professor Larakulu and others. Some of us are also part of it. We want to restore order in our society. Uh, the order, if there is order, that order in our society based on our traditional values we now being coupled together with the modern education. Some of us went through, we have those traditional, but with me, I follow those traditions. But at the same time, I'm an engineer, civil engineer, and I've done a lot of work as an engineer. But doing it in a manner that I value the human beings in my action, making sure that what I do gives value to human beings and protects the human being, enable the human being to perform better. So that honesty that I have in my daily work is a reflection of my cultural background, which I believe in. But the young generation today, they don't have those strong values. Um, so I want to thank the Danish government for helping UNFA here, supporting this program for early child protection and development, um, and giving hope to our children and enabling them to live their lives. This is very important. We would like to thank you very much for doing this. But this must be tied together. This effort must be tied together with our traditional, putting back our traditional values. Because in our traditional values, there were no orphans. If I die today and I've got small children, my brother will take it fully and to become his children, our children, become a clan, a clan children. But you don't abandon it, an orphan to go and roam in town. I lost my brother about 4 or 5 years ago. He left his children, he was a younger brother to me. And those became my children. I look after them, but there's no difference. They don't know whether their father is there, died or not. I made sure they got all the necessary education, they finished university, some of them, and so on. They are together with my own. I also have a couple of them, so they are together. And we keep that value. But now, if you abandon your brother's children, somebody will die, and the children don't even have food at home, they end up in the street, they end up smoking, people, to ease their pressure on them, they smoke, sometimes they even fuel petrol, so that they become high, and then they forget the suffering they're going through. Through that kind of method, I don't blame them, because they are helpless, they don't have which direction to go. But our tradition would accommodate that, make sure they are not just helpless, they are not in the street. So some of these values that this system should now help us to restore those values. Um, and of course, the modern time now requires that the child get a good education, modern education, become a professional, become a doctor, like our MP there, or become an engineer like me or others, become an RDC like my colleague, our colleague. And even when you become a politician, you will be mindful of your society. If you are a politician, you don't become a mindful of your society. You must have a heart for your people. That is the difference. Otherwise, that is the difference between such a politician and the other politician who are in the street. They don't have any heart for it. They don't have. They only look after what their interests, fill their stomach, and so on, without even thinking about it. So we have those kind of situations now where we are in. We need to assist our young children who are coming up, the youth who are coming up, show them some values, show them some our African values, show them the human values, and encourage them to get more educated. Education is able to open your eyes to see certain mistakes where things are not going well. You will be much better place. But importantly, maintain those values, traditional values. Um, so that's another way. That's a way we can empower our children. So I'm happy that um, our traditional system leadership has been restored in both Mali and Ashuri. And now we are trying to see that they become custodian of values and direction, show direction of our people. They themselves might not be also dishonest. Because you can get a chief who is a dishonest leader. So, who is very dishonest and start now misusing people's land and property, doing all kind of things. You can get such a chief. But ordinarily, our people had, our people should be able to overturn them and get better chiefs to rule them. Because the chief must rule in accordance with the values of that society and not just, personal issues.